These are absolutely insane. Let's make Parmesan garlic chicken tenders. Start off by seasoning down your chicken cubes and going with a bunch of buttermilk. Submerge them. You want to marinate them 4 to 24 hours or until you lose patience. Now go in with some flour and a little cornstarch. Now heavily season it with your favorite seasoning. Don't forget the salt so it's not bland. Now transfer half that mixture to another bowl. And now go in with a bunch of panko breadcrumbs. Now we have the marinated chicken, some of the dry batter, a seasoned egg wash. Now the dry batter with the panko breadcrumb. I'm telling y'all, these boys are about to be crispy. Now take your chicken, go into the dry batter, back into the egg wash, and now into the panko mixture. And now fry. To some melted butter, roast down a bunch of minced garlic. These are so crispy, it's crazy. Remember, you could do these with the whole chicken tender. For the sauce, use some mayo, thyme leaves, your roasted garlic, chili flakes, and a bunch of Parmesan cheese. And now go in with your tenders or nuggets. And now we have final product. Now, bismillah.
I'm basically going to call this pasta with fried chicken a salad because of how many greens there are, so let's make it. It doesn't get easier than this. Step 1, grab your food processor. Step 2, add all your ingredients. And step 3, blend it all up. If you would like a more rich taste, you can even toast your pistachios up and then add them. Then just transfer it to an airtight container and it's good for up to about a week in the fridge. You don't even have to add the Parmesan to the pesto, you can just wait and add it into your pasta. That way it's completely vegan. All I did was cook up some pasta, add a little bit of pasta water, tons of pesto, and even more Parmesan. And for some protein, I like to serve it up with some lightly breaded chicken. I hope you enjoy this so much you'll never buy pesto again. Since you guys love the last pasta recipe, I want to share another one of my favorites with you. It's creamy and it's Cajun, so let's make it. To your shrimp, add Cajun seasoning, lemon pepper, paprika, and melted butter. Get a nice browning on your bell peppers, but don't cook them all the way yet. Take the peppers out and add your shrimp. Cook on each side until they look like this. Add your heavy cream in and throw back in those bell peppers. Then you're going to add freshly grated Parmesan, chopped parsley, fresh garlic, and Cajun seasoning. Don't forget to add salt to your taste too. Then cook your pasta of choice in salted water. Add that pasta into the sauce and toss it very well. If it thickens up, you can add some pasta water. And that's it, so if you're a fan of carbs and Cajun, you'll love this one. Something about chicken just makes me really happy. Like, I could eat chicken tenders for the rest of my life. So today we're making some delicious and indulgent chicken parmesan. First step, you have to make the sauce at home. It's so much better than the jar, and that's how you're gonna impress yourself. Now let's get that breading. In one bowl we'll have our breadcrumb mixture, and the other bowl our egg mixture. You'll take your breasts, which have been halved, and dip them first in the egg and then into the breadcrumbs. Then fry it until it's beautifully golden. Then we're gonna add some ricotta and parmesan to our homemade sauce and layer it up. Add some mozzarella on top and bake and broil it until it's melted and bubbly. Top with some basil and enjoy!
Today we're gonna make some fat ass cookies. Bowl, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1.5 cups of cake flour, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, half teaspoon of baking soda. Whiskey business, stand mixer bowl, 1.5 cups of brown sugar, half a cup of white sugar. Whisk together, 1.5 cups of melted butter. Once it's mixed, 3 egg yolks and 2 whole eggs, 2 teaspoons vanilla, paddle attachment on. Add in your flour mix, 1 pound of chocolate. Chop it up till it looks like this. Add in your chocolate, 2 cups of walnut, rough chop, and your walnuts, and mix. Transfer to a bowl, cover with plastic wrap. Refrigerate 1 hour or overnight. Large ice cream scoop. Scoop, each should weigh around 6 ounces. 4 balls per sheet into the oven, 425, 14 to 15 minutes. Take them out, cool on a wire rack. Shorty got the fatty.
When I was going about my weight loss, this healthy buffalo chicken sandwich never disappointed. You want to start off by covering your chicken breast with a little bit of olive oil. Season the chicken breast with garlic powder, paprika, chili, salt, and I like to finish off with a little adobo seasoning. Now, typically the sandwich is battered and deep fried. And in order to mimic that feeling, I'm going to cover the chicken breast with a little bit of breadcrumbs. Before you turn into Dr. Oz and tell me these are not healthy, remember this is simply a healthier alternative to the dish. These are just some tips to clean up what you eat every single day so you can actually enjoy what you eat. Now, I'm going to cook the chicken inside the air fryer, but you could easily bake it. And for the buffalo sauce, instead of combining buffalo with butter, I'm just going to use the buffalo sauce that I prefer. And don't forget, the details will all be on my Instagram. Cover the chicken with the sauce, toss it on a toasted patty, a little lettuce, and we have final product. Now, bismillah.
Yes people, today we're making sticky Kung Pao chicken. Start with a sliced chicken boobies and a whisked egg. In another bowl, add corn flour with salt and garlic powder. Give it a mix and get that chicken boobie in the mixture. Coat it well. Then we deep fry. To make that sauce, get garlic, sriracha, hoisin, white sugar, bitter soy sauce, mix it up, and the chicken, mate. Give it a final mix, and we're ready to serve up with some rice. What more do you want, bro? Spicy, savory, and sweet. Whew.
How to make Hawaiian ham and Swiss sliders. These are to die for. Take your Hawaiian bread and cut it in half. In a bowl, add a stick of butter, melt it, add 1 tablespoon of garlic, half tablespoon of Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire, half tablespoon Dijon mustard. Stir it really good. Spray your pan. Add the bottom half of the bread. Add a little butter, not too much. Now add your sliced honey ham. You want to fold it over like this and do 2 layers. Now add your Swiss cheese, and you're also going to do it in 2 layers. Add the top half of the bread. Now add the butter on top and try to spread it out evenly. Cover the top in foil and put it in your preheated oven at 350. After 15 minutes, take it out and remove the foil and put it back in for another 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, take it out, put Parmesan cheese on top, cut it into squares, and it's ready to serve. Now for the taste test. Oh my God. These are perfect.
My favorite breakfast. Add cheese to a pan, crack an egg on top, cover and cook, add your favorite seasoning, and enjoy.
Don't turn on your stove yet. Tortilla, cheese, lettuce, tomato, tostada, refried beans, taco meat, well seasoned, sour cream on another tostada, give it a hug, wrap it up, take your time. Now you turn on your stove, do the folded side first, give her a good tap, tap, tap and a smack because she's thick. Flip it over with your hands because who has time for a spatula? Put it on a plate, cut it in half. Oh, it looks so good.
Oh my gosh, you have to try this. It's so easy. Get some cherry tomatoes, garlic, salt, pepper, olive oil, put in the oven at 375 for 30 minutes. Get some bread, olive oil, sprinkle some salt, pop it in for the last 10 minutes, pull it out, and oh my God, it looks so good. And then you're gonna cut open the burrata, chop it up, and then you're gonna spoon it onto the bread, pop some torn basil on top, and then you're gonna spoon the tomatoes. Make sure you don't discard the liquid because we're actually gonna spoon it over like this with the garlic, add some salt and pepper, and finish with some balsamic vinegar.
Hi, my name's Priya, and this is how I make a seriously delicious eggplant cheese roll. I start off with some tomato paste, almond meal, turmeric, oregano, salt, and some oil, and then I mix that all up together. Then I get a large eggplant, cut it to slices like a pizza, top it off with my sauce and my dad's special spice mix, and then I roll it up with some cheese in it, like a little sausage roll. Another type that I make is like an eggplant pizza sandwich. I just lay the 2 slices of eggplant on each other. I then pop it in my little stone pizza oven for about 5 minutes and it's done. I top it off with some salt and pepper, and the little pizza sandwich that I made, I rolled that up as well, and then it's time to eat. These tasted so freaking good. Like, I could not get over how good these tasted. I would probably eat this every day if I could. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Last night for dinner, we had some homemade chipotle bowls, so let me show you how to throw it all together. First step is to marinate our chicken. It's going to be a chipotle lime marinade, and you can use breast or a thigh depending on what you like. Now you can grill your chicken just like chipotle, or just get a nice sear on a skillet and then chop it up after. Then it just takes a few minutes to make this delicious and addicting chipotle mayo to drizzle on top. Last step is to just assemble with whatever toppings your heart desires. If you enjoyed this recipe, make sure you're following here and on Instagram so you never miss one.
Here's how I make better than Taco Bell Crunchwrap Supremes. Start by dicing 1 yellow onion and cooking it over medium heat in 1 tablespoon of oil. Add 2 pounds ground chuck to the pan and brown the meat. Strain the fat, add the meat back to the pan and mix in the spices. Cook for 5 minutes, add a half a cup of water, mix well, and cook for another 5 minutes. Set the meat aside and make the cheese sauce. Add 10 ounces of shredded cheese, I'm using Monterey Jack, a tablespoon of cornstarch, and toss the cheese in it. Add 1 12-ounce can of evaporated milk and cook on medium heat, stirring frequently for 5 minutes until it becomes a sauce. With the burner off, add Add 5 tablespoons of meat to a burrito-sized tortilla, cheese sauce, shredded cheese, a tostada, sour cream, tomatoes, shredded lettuce, a street-sized taco tortilla, then fold up the edges. Turn the burner on high and toast both sides of your Crunchwrap Supreme. Leave whole or cut in half. You won't believe how good it is.
No offense at all to Travis Scott or McDonald's, but I heard the burger was very underwhelming, so let's try to make it at home and even better. First step, we're gonna make the famous Big Mac sauce. It's delicious and really easy to make. Season your patties with salt and black pepper, then we're gonna cook our bacon, then cook your patties over high heat in a griddle, and when you flip it over, add your cheese so it can melt as it cooks through. Add sauce to both sides, then assemble, and it's ready to enjoy.
Yes, people, today we're making 4 ingredient chicken tenders. Start with a buttermilk, some hot sauce, give it a stir, slice some chicken booby, cover in the sauce we made and some breadcrumbs. Then we deep fry. Then we got us some crunchy and tender chicken, boy. Enjoy.
What's up, you guys? Let's make jambalaya. In a crock pot, add 2 tablespoons of olive oil or canola oil over medium heat in a Dutch oven. Sear 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs on both sides for about 8 minutes. Now, our goal right now is to render a lot of that fat and get a lot of that flavor at the bottom of our pot. Funny enough, I actually forgot to mention, season your chicken. I use Creole seasoning and salt and pepper, but you could also use Cajun seasoning. Now, let's make a roux. Take half a cup of flour, half a cup of oil. Keep mixing nonstop until you achieve a chocolate color. Remember, the more melanin, the more life, but don't burn it. Now, toss and mix in your holy trinity: 1 onion, 1 bell pepper, 2 ribs of celery diced and seeded. Now, just add in 2 tablespoons of garlic and 1 minced jalapeno. That's optional. Now just pour in 6 cups of chicken stock and mix everything together. Now add a tablespoon of salt and let this simmer for an hour over medium-low heat. Now dice your chicken thighs. Now after an hour, pour in 2 cups of long grain rice and 1 12-ounce pack of andouille sausage sliced. Man, I wish you guys could smell this. Now mix everything together and pour in your chicken. Now put your lid on and pop this in your oven at 350 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes. Once it's done, mix everything and voila, jambalaya. And in the words of my ancestors, laissez les bon temps rouler, which means let the good times roll. Enjoy.
How to make orange chicken. Medium pot. 3/4 cup of sugar, 3/4 cup vinegar, 1/3 cup soy sauce, 1/4 cup of water, juice, and zest of 1 orange. Heat medium high. Now let that boil for 3 minutes. 1½ tablespoons of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of water. Whiskey business. Whisk in your cornstarch. Boil 1 to 2 more minutes. So nice and thick. Heat off. 2 finely chopped chilies, 4 cloves, fresh grated garlic. Whisk that together. Woo! 1 pound chicken thigh. Cut bite-sized pieces. 1 cup of cornstarch, half cup of all-purpose flour. Whiskey business, 2 eggs. Chicken in the flour, toss into your egg, coat, and back into your flour. Toss again. Woo, brother. Fry oil, 350 Fahrenheit. Your chicken in batches. Fry that about 5 minutes. Transfer to a wire rack and repeat with the rest. Chicken in a bowl, add in your sauce. Tosser and saucer into a nice bowl. A green onion. Ooh, shish. The one.
This is good. Good. Better than Trader Joe's.
Oh my god.
Yo, this is how you make shrimp fried rice. Ooh. So you're gonna need your rice, onion, carrot, eggs, shrimp. Basically, it's 1-to-1 ratio with 1 rice and 1 of everything here. We're gonna start with a splash of oil, eggs, another one. Scramble that joint up. Put your egg to the side. A little bit more oil, half a tablespoon of garlic, about 3 tablespoons of scallion. Woo! That's what we call pagitum right here. 150 grains of shrimp. Once the shrimp is cooked about 80%, throw in your onion, 50 grains of carrot, season it with salt, pepper. Yo, anything is good with salt and pepper, but this is my secret. Butter. Throw in your bowl of rice, a tablespoon of soy sauce on your rice, half a tablespoon of sesame oil. Now break that joint up, baby. Put your eggs back right in. Woo.
If this dish doesn't get a nice reaction from Gordon Ramsay, then nothing will. Now let's go! Super marbled short ribs. Oh, if you know, you know. Gordon, you should learn how to make this, man. Sergeant Gilbert. Just a light sear. Sear the other side. Remove. Same pan. Shallots, garlic, tomato paste, Cabernet. Let's get it popping, baby. Clear down. Reduce by half. Beef stock. Pour over the beef. Add some thyme and bay leaf. Put a cracked lid on there. Cleaning it up here, chef. 2 hours in, we're adding some carrot, some celery. Of course, we're gonna rice the potatoes for the mash, or maybe a drum sieve, huh, Gordon? Fold our dairy into our chive and horseradish mash. 3.5 hours later, kill the heat, and let this rest at least 40 minutes in the liquid. Time to plate. Short rib, 3 quenelles of mash. Now some little pearls of heirloom carrot and turnip. Don't worry, I see it, Gordon. Little mold and salt, some reduced braising liquid. I really hope this does it. For the love of God, please blow this post up. You know I love you, and I'm out.
Alright, start with the 4-cheese blend. Parmesan, mozzarella, American, and Gruyere. 1 cup of each, and we're going to chop up bacon, parsley, and garlic. Then we're going to add bacon to the pan and cook it until it's crispy. And on the way, we're going to add garlic and parsley. Once the bacon is crispy, add 2 cups of panko and a teaspoon of chili flakes and cook until the panko is brown. Then in the same pan, add 3 tablespoons of butter, 3 tablespoons of flour, and cook until it becomes one. Then add 3 cups of milk. While we wait for that to thicken, on medium-high heat, we're going to cook our pasta. After about 5 minutes, add the cheese and leave about 1/4 of a cup of cheese to mix with the panko mix that we made. Then take the macaroni out about 2 minutes early and then mix it into the cheese. We're taking it out early because it's going to finish cooking in the oven. Then we're going to mix the cheese with the panko breading and make a nice layer on top of the mac. Then in the 450-degree oven, add the whole pan in for only about 6 minutes because we already made the panko crispy. And we just want that top layer of cheese to melt. Serve it up. Yes,
They just wanna ride my way. I used to struggling on the better days. Got these haters trying to kill my flame, but I've been grinding, had to turn the page. I got them jumping on the bandwagon. See, I'm jumping on the bandwagon. They on the bandwagon. Got them jumping on the bandwagon. Yeah. Watching me on my TikTok and they see me shining. Yeah, all the jewels on my neck, y'all can't do nothing about it. Yeah, brand new whip that's black on black, ain't talking violence. Yeah, when I walk in that room, I got them on funeral silence. Yeah, run up the check, light up the wrist, double the flex, flooded with diamonds, I got to protect. Stay with the iron, I gotta protect. Bags on me like I'm rookie hazing. Stay drip, don't need occasion. Flow high with my girl Cajun, I begin get dreams like Wes Craven, oh man. More game, money going like Rogaine, more green like Romaine. About to pull up in a Mulsanne, supercharged like Bruce Wayne, kicks fly like Luke Kane, shawty high like propane, make her ride the way like they Tulane. Just wanna ride my way. I used to struggling on the better days. Got these haters trying to kill my flame, but I've been grinding, had to turn the page. I got them jumping on the bandwagon. See, I'm jumping on the bandwagon. They on the bandwagon. Got them jumping on the bandwagon.